Cary Sherburne, Senior Editor at whattheythink.com, and I'm here with John Foley, who's CEO of interlinkONE and of Grow Socially. And you've been really a early adopter in the whole field of integrated marketing. You know, one of the issues that the printers tend to have is they're buying all these point solutions, and then they can't sort of figure out how to make them work together. But you've taken it from a different angle, where you start with an integrated solution. Maybe you could talk to us a little bit about that and why that's important.
Well, when it comes to measuring your marketing efforts, it's a lot easier if they're all in one particular database, whether I'm sending out an email blast and people are responding, or whether I'm doing pearls and people are responding, or I'm doing verbal data print items. All that interaction, when it comes back to the end of the day, if it's in one database, we can measure it easier. And you know, I've been at this a long time in trying to transform, I won't always call myself a change agent, but you know, trying to transform the print industry to help them be able to offer more services where the value is in the marketing chain. And but from a printer's perspective, and I'm generalizing, I know, but they actually would say, okay, let's buy the solution and we'll add that on, and that'll help us, you know, drive more print. Well, now with the maturity of the industry, I think I'm seeing that they're saying, okay, just like they had to squeeze out operational costs in their print business, the same thing happens now. How are we going to squeeze out the costs of these marketing efforts we do if we don't have a centralized solution? So instead of buying point solutions, they can actually use, you know, one application.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I've talked to a lot of printers recently for some work that I'm doing on automation, and like one for example said that, you know, they looked at the workflow from end to end because they had a bunch of different point solutions, and there was 3 hours of administrative time to get the job through the shop, and that gets pretty expensive.
Well,
okay?
it's
And then so now they've been able to integrate everything and automate everything, and now they're handling as many as 3,000 or 4,000 orders a day. You couldn't do that in the old way.
And you know, if you're collecting data from, let's say, a response mechanism such as a BRC card, and you enter it in a database, and then you're collecting data over here in another solution that's from a Pearl campaign, let's say, that for a campaign for a print run or whatever, and has a Pearl on it, those two databases at some point in time have to come together, and they have to be identified and matched. And I don't know if even sometimes they understand that someone is running around with this data and someone's running around with that data and putting it into the Excel spreadsheet and trying to munge the data up so it reports right. That's a lot of work, you know, and a centralized application can help you be more efficient and save you money and time. You know, time is money. So.
Yeah. And a lot of the applications now you can pay as you go, kind of do a cloud thing, or you can have it installed in your on your site, however you want to.
Yeah, well, in the old days when I first started selling what I referred to back then as an ASP model or software as a service model, today was very difficult. But the masses have moved to where they understand that they're actually renting the software, which is, I think, a great deal for them. So if they don't want to continue, they can stop. You know, now some folks still want to have it installed, and that's great. And then they go back to that model of where they pay a maintenance fee. Software as a service, usually it's all included, and that's great. So for companies like ours and others, right, when they make a change, we can rapidly push that up to them versus having to wait to the end of the year or quarterly or whatever those release cycles are.
Yeah, so it's a lot more flexibility and options for the end user, much easier to get into it. Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.